back of fantastic innings in the semi-final.
Such a crucial player for New Zealand. His ability against pace and spin, control the tempo of the game.
Exactly 1 week ago, Chakravarti was able to dismiss Will Young, and today again.
India getting the first wicket last over. They needed to break that partnership. New Zealand have come out all guns blazing. He's been bowling a lot of googlies, Varun Chakravarti. This time it was a leggy, the one that just goes straight on. Will Young had come across his crease a bit and ended up playing towards square leg. Exactly what Aaron Finch had felt. Because he had come...
What's the key then, guys? Is it about staying a little more on leg stump, not getting your pad out in front?
Yeah, it is. But also you have to identify this danger. What's his biggest ball that can trouble you?
That did not trouble Kane Williamson whatsoever. Back foot punch of the highest quality.
That's a shot of a man in form. Stand on top of the bounce. And you've just walked to the crease against Shami, who you know will be there and thereabouts all the time. That is as classical as it gets in a game that is moving in a direction of power.
Control and think attacking. We need wickets now. Even if we go for a few runs, it's okay. If we get a wicket now, the game is a lot more in our control. This spinner. Again, it's a question of picking him. They play him a lot of the pitch. And herein lies the opportunity to pick up a wicket again. It's good thinking by Rohit here.
Bolden couldn't pick it, DK, you were spot on. Ruggan on the money straight away from Kuldeep. And it's the end of Rachin Ravindra.
That's outstanding captaincy from Rohit Sharma. If you followed India, you'd know Akshar Patel comes in very early. Not this time. Not in the final. It was Varun Chakravarti in the power play. And soon after power play, it's Kuldeep Yadav. He hasn't had his best tournament here. But today, he started with a bang. On the off stump, Rachin Ravindra goes. India back on top. Kuldeep Yadav will be a very relieved man. He needed that wicket. And I think it's going to be a day where he's going to pick up more wickets as well. Good start for New Zealand, but India clawing back and absorbing pressure, putting it back to New Zealand. New Zealand lose their second. Rachin Ravindra goes for 37. 69 for 2.
New Zealand, both openers gone, 69 for 2. Kuldeep with a terrific start. No warm-up deliveries, right on the money with a wrong in.
Rachin was particularly savage on the quicks early on. He just made a couple of mistakes against the spinners since Chakravarti come into the attack. And Kuldeep, first delivery right on the money.
This wicket will mean a lot to India. Not just because he dominated, because in a couple of overs they had dropped a couple of catches. One by Shami, one by Shreyas. And the back of him will ease the pressure on the Indian team. And it's Akshar Patel from one end, which is Kuldeep. Not that Akshar can't pick up a wicket, but Akshar will probably keep it more on the stumps, keep the dot ball count going up, and he'll expect wickets from Kuldeep's end. And what this does is his main strike bowler, the one who's been the best in this tournament, Varun Chakravarti, will end up bowling at the death and a lot more to Glenn Phillips and the likes, which he sees as a bigger...
Not one opening stand of 50 or more. Chip straight back. Beautiful from Kuldeep. He's picked up the big wicket of Williamson. And India right back in charge here.
Kuldeep Yadav on a roll here. Just the fact that the New Zealand team hasn't picked up the wristman is very evident. Looking for the one that comes back in, but not top. Lead blew in a big way. See the crowd as well. They're all in arms and support right now. Kane Williamson, a big wicket. Goes for 11. New Zealand 75 for 3.
Gloves and
purely because of how well he uses the sweep. This one. Stopping on Kane Williamson. Thought for a second it was a googly, but not. Was the one that came back in. Kane Williamson just misreading the length a bit. A simple catch back to Kuldeep.
It's been quite a turnaround this. New Zealand were going very well against a new ball. It seemed it might be their day. Wides going, catches being put down. Now Varun Chakravarti and especially Kuldeep Yadav have just changed things for India. Run rates come down under 6. And coming in later on in the innings, so they need a partnership. He's timed that fine. 1 bounce for 4. And Mitchell needs to play shots like these. We saw in the previous game. Just got marooned a little bit. He's over 81 for 3. 4 of the over, 81 for 3.
ease any nerves that might be there. Young and Rachin Ravindra started things quite well, put on 57 for the opening wicket. Then New Zealand lost wickets consistently. 57, 69, 75, 108 for 4 at one stage and 165 for 5 for Mitchell and Phillips and Mitchell and Bracewell partnerships. Seamers quite expensive. Spinners did a brilliant job. 38 overs of spin, the third most bowled by India in any one-day international. These men now have a job to do. John Latham behind the end of the innings with 53 not out of 40 deliveries. 3 fours and a couple of sixes. Nasser Hussain, Dinesh Karthik in alongside.
Yeah, they sure needed it. They were sort of stumbling and stuttering their way to around about 220, 230. And he came in and played beautifully, he really did. The innings needed finishing, and he finished it. He'll have a role to play with the ball, which hasn't spun much. It's a good surface. India will fancy their chances, but New Zealand have a score on the board. And they have a fielding side that could defend anything with their lives. You know you'll get that with New Zealand.
Final words from the skipper, or as he handed it over to Kane Williamson, perhaps the finger pointing in that huddle for New Zealand. They know what's ahead of them. It's going to be a tough ask against an incredibly powerful Indian batting lineup. Will be the words in that dressing room. Dinesh Karthik alongside. What are you thinking? What are they saying? What's Rohit thinking? Coming out and put a stamp on it.
That's for sure. Also remember Matt Henry not playing this game, who played such a big part in getting those early wickets in the power play the last time these two teams met. Nathan Smith, the man who's come in place of Matt Henry. Be surprised if Willow Rook and Jamieson are given the duties with the new ball. And this man on screen, number 1 ranked ODI batter, Shubman Gill, partnered by Rohit Sharma. We've all come to know has changed the language with which Indian cricket approaches knockout matches. Takes the game on and tries to make it count in the power play as much as possible. In a very strong opening partnership, and they'll require one today. The last time these two teams met, 3 wickets fell in the power play. New Zealand will be hoping that happens again. And India know they can get past the power play comfortably. This chase shouldn't be as tough as it would if they lose early wickets.
Nathan Smith's role. They're going to need wickets up front here, otherwise I think India could cruise to this type of target. Rohit Sharma gets going. Remember back to that New Zealand innings though, 69 for one after that. Nicely, easier to play. It wasn't until the spinners came on and the field went out.
Kohli, Shreyas Iyer in great touch. They'll just knock it around and they'll do what they did.
Starts with a maximum. Brilliant from Rohit Sharma. Setting the tone at the top. Slightly short and punished.
Well, tall bowlers often have a natural length. And New Zealand have Rohit Sharma is on to the pull. On to the pull of that bat. That is classic Rohit Sharma.
Nathan Smith getting round.
And again, as we were talking with Rachin Ravindra earlier today, at a different stage in his career, but often off the front foot. Great pullers, Ricky Ponting off the front foot. It's not necessarily a back foot shot where you hang back. Some do. In time, Rohit has that.
Oh, Mitchell in at first slip. Point, short cover, cover point, mid off, mid on. And a square leg inside the circle. Whipped leg side and away to the boundary for four.
Dinesh Karthik mentioned the pull. Thinking of Rohit Sharma, you think of the flick as well. Time.
This one is as perfectly timed. Nathan Smith might haul it in, he does. Drives on the offside this time for four more. And Rohit Sharma started in beautiful fashion, 22 without loss. Without loss.
Well, there's not a lot wrong with that delivery. That was hit on the up.
Spoke about Rohit Sharma's pull. Nasser Hussain said the flick is beautiful as well. Have a look at the cover drive now.
Go through all his shots.
He gets off to a fly. Actually, with a shoulder injury, sometimes it's tougher to run as well because you swing your arm so much.
Playing against, it sort of causes confusion. You'll hit a ball.
Snipping down, I think.
Played a bit like that in this tournament.
Position for Will O'Rourke. Slightly splayed. Down the wicket, down the ground, over, long on, and all the way for six.
All the way, a very long way. Messi's added to his repertoire in the last couple of years. He charges the seamer. And he charges with one intention, and that is to belt it for six.
That shot. You need to get into position quickly, have a still head, and then get your hands through the ball nicely. On top of that, just be under it to get that elevation. It comes to him so naturally, so it looks easy. I can bet my bottom dollar, someone who's bowling 140 clicks to step out and hit that.
Six without loss at this stage. Put down. Mitchell. We've seen these stick all tournament for New Zealand. Not on this occasion.
Wow, that's a rarity. I think I saw a stat earlier where they've only dropped 3 chances. They are right at the top of the tree in catching percentage. That has just diminished. Not easy, but going to his right, he'd have backed himself. New Zealand drop 1.
Moments when things are going well, they stick, and they have throughout the tournament. That has just been dispatched with disdain. The forward.
He was just waiting for that. Bowlers now fizz they may get. He just waits and sit at that back foot, waiting. So much time. Great players have time. It's been dispatched.
That away for 1. It's been a terrific start for India. 7 gone, 45 without loss.
Very interesting innings so far. They've taken their chances. They're still in there.